Hollywood just dropped a massive wave of updates, and some of them changed everything. From shocking returns to franchise-ending announcements, the future of movies and TV is shifting fast. And trust me, a few of these will seriously surprise you. Marvel, DC, and Hollywood's biggest studios are making bold moves right now. We're talking new seasons, huge spin-offs, confirmed release dates, and unexpected casting twists. Let's break down the biggest movie and TV news you absolutely can't miss. Marvel Studios has officially renewed Wonder Man for Season 2 on Disney+, giving fans more of the unique superhero story set inside Hollywood. The series, which premiered on January 27, 2026, follows Simon Williams, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, a struggling actor who secretly has superpowers. The renewal comes shortly after the show's debut, marking a strong vote of confidence from Marvel as it continues expanding its Disney Plus lineup. Season 2 will see the return of key creative figures, including co-creators Destin Daniel Cretton and Andrew Guest, along with stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Ben Kingsley, who played Trevor Slattery. While plot details remain under wraps, the next season is expected to continue the story from the first season's ending and dive deeper into the mystery behind Simon Williams' powers. The show has been praised for blending superhero action with Hollywood satire, making it stand out from other Marvel projects. No release date has been announced yet, but with Season 2 now confirmed, Wonder Man is set to become an ongoing part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 6 slate. The John Wick universe is expanding once again, and this time the spotlight is on Kane. The upcoming spin-off film centered on the fan-favorite blind assassin, played by Donnie Yen, is officially moving forward, with filming set to begin in April 2026. The project was first announced by Lionsgate in 2024, later confirmed at CinemaCon, where the reveal that Donnie Yen will not only reprise his role, but also direct the film. The story will continue after the events of John Wick Chapter 4, following Kane after he gains freedom from the High Table, opening the door for a deeper and more personal storyline. The film is expected to bring back Rina Sawayama as Akira, continuing her revenge storyline, while the script is being developed by Madison Tomlin, known for his work on The Batman Part 2. While plot details remain under wraps and no release date has been announced yet, production starting in April marks a major step forward. With Donnie Yen aiming to deliver a martial arts-driven action film, this spin-off is shaping up to be one of the most exciting entries in the growing John Wick franchise. Marvel has officially confirmed a new project centered on the Punisher, titled The Punisher: One Last Kill. The upcoming production is not a full-length theatrical film, but a special presentation for Disney+, similar in style to previous Marvel specials. It will feature John Barenthal returning as Frank Castle, the brutal vigilante known for taking justice into his own hands. The special is scheduled to premiere on May 12, 2026, and will run for approximately 60 minutes. According to reports, it will be released shortly after the finale of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, highlighting Marvel's strategy of connecting its TV and film storylines. Story details remain mostly under wraps, but the plot is expected to explore Castle's struggle to move beyond his violent past before being pulled back into conflict. Early hints suggest it may involve powerful crime families and continue his journey from recent appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This project is also expected to serve as a bridge to future MCU stories, including Spider-Man Brand New Day. With its darker tone and focus on character depth, One Last Kill aims to deliver a more grounded and intense narrative, staying true to the Punisher's gritty legacy while expanding his role in Marvel's Phase 6 lineup. Disney and 20th Century Studios have officially set a release date for the next chapter of James Cameron's Avatar saga. Avatar 4 is scheduled to hit cinemas on December 21st, 2029, continuing the long-running franchise that began with the original Avatar in 2009, and followed with The Way of the Water and Fire and Ash. The day comes after multiple delays over the years due to production, visual effects, and scheduling shifts, but Disney has now locked in the late 2029 slot as part of its future movie slate. The Avatar films have become known for their groundbreaking visuals and box office success, with the first two sequels both earning huge global returns and maintaining strong audience interest. Filmmaker James Cameron has hinted that a significant portion of Avatar 4 has already been captured, especially scenes that involve the younger cast members, though much of the movie still remains in development. While Disney has committed to the 2029 release, Cameron has previously stated that the franchise's continuation depends on the success of Fire and Ash and the overall audience response. Avatar 4 is expected to expand the world of Pandora even further, exploring new environments and advancing the story of Jake Sully, Neytiri, and their family. With the release now confirmed, fans can start continuing down the years until another journey to Pandora arrives on the big screen. HBO is moving quickly with its ambitious Harry Potter TV reboot, as executive Casey Bloys has confirmed that work on Season 2 is already underway, even before the first season has aired. The highly anticipated series is set to debut on Christmas 2026, but producers are already planning ahead to ensure continuity and momentum for the long-term adaptation. Bloys revealed that the main goal is to avoid long delays between seasons, which have become common in large-scale fantasy shows. He explained that while the series is too massive to release annually, the team wants to minimize gaps, especially since the story follows young characters who age over time. This proactive approach reflects lessons learned from other major franchises, where extended breaks have frustrated audiences and affected storyline flow. The series is designed as a faithful adaptation of J.K. Rowling's 7 books, with each season covering one novel. Early excitement is already strong, with the first trailer breaking viewing records and generating significant buzz among fans. At the same time, HBO has emphasized that its focus remains on quality storytelling rather than rushing production. Although it won't follow a strict yearly schedule, the commitment to writing future seasons early suggests a more streamlined process than previous big-budget TV projects. With a planned multi-year run, HBO hopes to balance high production standards with a constant release pattern, keeping audiences engaged without long waits between installments. The casting signals a major shift in the series as the story begins to explore Abby's perspective, portrayed by Caitlin Dever. Jerry Anderson is a Firefly surgeon whose death becomes one of the most defining moments in the entire narrative. His fate is directly tied to Joel Miller, whose actions spark a chain of events centered on revenge and loss. While the character was briefly introduced earlier in the series, Season 3 is expected to dive much deeper into his background and emotional significance. This approach follows the structure of the original game sequel, where Abby's story plays a central role. Jerry's death ultimately drives Abby's motivations, setting her on a path that collides with Ellie and expands the show's themes of morality and consequence. Production on Season 3 is currently underway, with the new installment expected to continue pushing the story into darker, more complex territory when it premieres. Sony Pictures has officially confirmed that its critically acclaimed Spider-Verse animated saga will continue with Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, set to release on June 18, 2027. This third installment will serve as the final chapter in the Miles Morales trilogy, bringing closure to a groundbreaking series that reshaped animated superhero storytelling. After years of exploring the multiverse and introducing audiences to diverse versions of Spider-Man, Sony is preparing to wrap up Miles' journey on a high note. The Spider-Verse films have enjoyed immense success both critically and commercially. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, while its sequel, Across the Spider-Verse, delivered strong box office numbers and widespread praise for its animation style and storytelling. Despite this success, Sony's decision to end the trilogy signals a shift in strategy, especially following the mixed performance of some of its recent live-action projects. However, the Spider-Man universe will not end with Miles Morales. Sony plans to expand its franchise in new directions, focusing on live-action content. Upcoming projects include the Spider-Noir series starring Nicolas Cage and potential spin-off films centered on characters like Spider-Gwen and Spider-Punk, ensuring the Spider-Verse continues to evolve. Hollywood's biggest fantasy franchises are heading for a showdown. Warner Bros. And Legendary's Dune Part 3 and Disney and Marvel's Avengers Doomsday are both set to hit theaters on December 18, 2026. The simultaneous release has theater owners concerned about audience overwhelm, especially during the busy holiday season. Unlike the mismatched Barbie and Oppenheimer releases that created the Barbenheimer phenomenon, both Dune 3 and Avengers Doomsday are expected to appeal to similar audiences, particularly male viewers, raking as the stakes for box office performance. The two films also face competition for premium large-screen formats like IMAX. Dune 3 has secured 3 weeks of IMAX exclusively, which could give Denis Villeneuve's sci-fi spectacle an edge. Meanwhile, Disney and Marvel are sticking to their date despite the limitation, relying on the abundance of standard theaters to handle demand. The timing is strategic. The week before Christmas is a coveted slot, offering audiences ample free time to see both blockbusters while also avoiding spoilers, a particular concern for fans of the Dune and Avengers franchises. Both films are expected to be major box office draws. Dune Part 2 earned $750 million, while the last Avengers installment, Endgame, grossed $2.8 billion globally. Industry insiders acknowledge that while the face-off is unusual, it's a potential win-win for theaters. Fans may get two epic adventures in one holiday season, with each franchise showcasing its unique storytelling and spectacle. HBO's A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the Game of Thrones prequel, following the adventures of Hedge Knight Sir Duncan Dunk and his squire Egg, is already deep into production for the second season. After its January 2026 premiere, the series was renewed quickly for Season 2, which began filming in December 2025 in Belfast, Northern Ireland, with the goal of debuting in 2027 on HBO and HBO Max. Production for the new season is reportedly progressing on schedule, adapting the Sorn Sword, the second of George R.R. Martin's Tales of Dunk and Egg novellas. Because the storylines are more self-contained and grounded than typical large-scale epic fantasies, the show's filming timeline is expected to stay tight enough to support a 2027 release without years of delay, a common issue for other premium fantasy series. Season 1's success, both critically and with strong viewership, has given HBO confidence to keep the momentum going, and insiders say the production team is committed to wrapping principal photography in time to meet the planned release window. Fans won't likely face lengthy gaps between seasons, and the quicker turnaround reflects HBO's push to build an annual production cycle for its Seven Kingdoms story. Warner Bros. And New Line Cinema have confirmed a brand new Lord of the Rings film is in development, and it's already generating major buzz. The project, currently titled The Lord of the Rings: Shadow of the Past, will be co-written by late-night talk show host Stephen Colbert, his son Peter McGee, and longtime franchise writer Philippia Boyens. The announcement was revealed in a video featuring Colbert alongside original trilogy producer Peter Jackson, marking a surprising but passionate continuation of Tolkien's beloved world. Colbert, a well-known Tolkien superfan, will step away from hosting the Late Show in May 2026 to focus on the film, which is being developed after The Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. Shadow of the Past is expected to draw from parts of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Fellowship of the Ring that weren't included in Peter Jackson's original adaptations, spanning material that explores events in Middle-earth with familiar heroes like Sam, Merry, and Pippin. Although a director has not been confirmed yet, the involvement of Boyens and Jackson signal a strong creative foundation for the project. While details like release date and casting remain under wraps, anticipation's already building among fans eager to see how this new chapter expands the cinematic history of Middle-earth under Colbert's enthusiastic vision. Production on Reacher Season 4 has officially wrapped, setting the stage for another action-packed chapter of Amazon Prime's Video's hit thriller series. The fourth season, based on Lee Child's novel Gone Tomorrow, completed principal photography in late 2025, with filming finishing smoothly after months of intense scenes and fight choreography. Fans and insiders have confirmed the wrap, marking a major milestone as the series moves into post-production ahead of its anticipated late 2026 release. Star Alan Ritchson, who plays former military investigator Jack Reacher, shared updates via social media and interviews, expressing pride in what the cast and crew achieved this season. With principal photography concluded, the focus now turns to editing, visual effects, and sound work, crucial steps in shaping the final episodes before they hit screens. The schedule keeps Reacher on track to remain one of Prime Video's big thriller highlights next year. Season 4 continues to adapt Child's gripping source material, following Reacher as he navigates dangerous conspiracies and deadly enemies. With filming wrapped and production momentum building, excitement among fans is growing as the series heads into its most intense chapter yet. Chris Evans has seemingly confirmed that Steve Rogers will return in the upcoming Avengers Secret Wars, giving fans hope that the iconic hero is far from finished in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The announcement came in a brief audio clip shared on Instagram by user @ComicConMomsy, where Evans said, "I can't give secrets, I can't. What can I give you though? I start work on the next one in a couple of months. I can tell you that." While cryptic, the statement strongly hints that Captain America will survive the events of Avengers Doomsday and return for the next MCU milestone. The news arrives amid speculation about Steve Rogers' role in the evolving timeline. Fans were surprised by the Doomsday teaser, which shows Rogers riding a motorcycle while holding a baby, suggesting a personal stake in the story. However, Evans' comments leave room for multiple possibilities. Rogers could return as Nomad, his darker alter ego, or even as a Hydra variant, adding layers of intrigue to the franchise's next major crossover. This also indicates that production on Secret Wars will begin even before Doomsday completes post-production, reuniting the MCU ensemble early. With a massive cast, high stakes, and theories already running wild, Marvel is setting the stage for what could become the biggest superhero event in cinematic history, promising epic action, dramatic twists, and potentially game-changing revelations for the MCU timeline. Sadie Sink is quickly becoming one of the most talked about new additions to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and recent reports suggest she may be locked in for multiple future appearances. Although details are still emerging, according to a new insider report, sources close to Marvel production indicate that Sink has signed a longer contract tied to several upcoming Marvel projects, fueling speculation about her long-term role in the franchise's evolving Phase 6 era. The Stranger Things alum is already confirmed to star in Spider-Man Brand New Day, scheduled for release on July 31st, 2026, alongside Tom Holland and Zendaya. While Marvel has not officially revealed her character, many believe she will continue into Avengers Secret Wars in 2027, a movie where her presence has been hinted at through production listings and casting confirmations. The idea behind Sink's multi-project deal would be to secure her availability for a series of interconnected films, potentially extending beyond just 2 titles, as Marvel strategically builds towards its next big crossover events. At this stage, Marvel has not publicly confirmed exactly how many films Sink is contracted for, and official character details remain under wraps. However, the movement toward locking her in for multiple projects strongly suggests that the studio sees her as an integral part of its next phase of storytelling. Universal Pictures is reuniting more of its original Mummy cast for the highly anticipated 4th installment in the franchise, confirming that actor John Hannah will reprise his beloved role as Jonathan Carnahan. Hannah, who first appeared in the original The Mummy in 1999 and continued through the early sequels, will return alongside Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz in The Mummy 4. This marks one of the biggest cast reunions for the series in nearly 2 decades. Jonathan Carnahan, a witty and opportunistic brother of Weiss's Evelyn Carnahan, was a key supporting character in the first films, often providing comic relief and helping drive the adventure forward. Fans have long hoped to see the original trio back together after years of speculation, and Universal's confirmation of Hannah's involvement has renewed excitement around the project. The news follows earlier announcements that Fraser and Weisz would both return, bringing back core elements of the franchise many viewers grew up with. The Mummy 4 is slated for a May 19, 2028 theatrical release, with directors Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett at the helm, and a script by David Cogshaw. While plot details are being kept under wraps, the return of these familiar faces signal a strong blend of action, adventure, and nostalgia that longtime fans have been waiting for. Lionsgate has officially set the release date for The Housemaid 2, The Housemaid's Secret, confirming it will hit theaters on December 17, 2027. The sequel follows the massive success of 2025's The Housemaid, which earned nearly $400 million worldwide against a modest $35 million budget. Director Paul Feig returns to helm the film, with screenwriter Rebecca Sunshine adapting Frida McFadden's best-selling novel. Sydney Sweeney reprises her role as Millie, the live-in maid entangled in dangerous secrets, while Kirsten Dunst joins the cast alongside Michelle Morone, who also returns from the first movie. The plot picks up with Millie taking a mysterious job for a woman she is never allowed to see. As she navigates the household, she uncovers a dark secret behind a locked door, one that threatens to reveal truths even more sinister than her own. Feig and co-producers Todd Lieberman, Laura Fisher, and Sweeney aim to maintain the series' mix of suspense, horror, and twisted intrigue, continuing the franchise's R-rated tone. Lionsgate also hopes to expand the franchise further, with plans to adapt McFadden's third novel, The Housemaid is Watching, in coming years. The Housemaid's Secret will face stiff competition on release day, sharing December 17th date with Marvel Avengers Secret Wars and Warner Bros. The Lord of the Rings The Hunt for Gollum. Despite the crowded slate, Lionsgate is confident that the sequel's thrilling, salacious storyline and returning cast will draw audiences, building on the original film's record-breaking holiday success and establishing Millie's story as a major cinematic franchise. Disney's upcoming animated film Frozen 3 is generating major excitement as co-directors Jennifer Lee and Trent Corey seemingly confirmed that Anna and Kristoff's long-anticipated wedding could be part of this story. During a behind-the-scenes Disney Plus Insider segment tied to the opening of the new World of Frozen attraction at Disneyland Paris, the filmmakers dropped hints that big wedding plans are underway for the beloved couple, fueling speculation that the ceremony will appear in the next installment. Anna and Kristoff have been fan favorites since their relationship blossomed in the first Frozen, with Kristoff famously proposing to Anna in Frozen 2. The possibility of their wedding has been a topic of discussion among fans and franchise watchers for years, and the recent playful comments from Liam Corey, including references to planning and celebration during the Snowflower Festival, having only heightened anticipation while Disney itself has not yet released an official plot summary confirming the wedding scene. The director's remarks suggest it's likely to be a significant moment in the new movie. Frozen 3 is currently scheduled for release in November 2027, and as details emerge, fans are eagerly awaiting further confirmation that the royal celebration will be part of this next chapter in Arundel's story. Netflix's One Piece live-action series has returned for its highly anticipated second season, and the producers have shared their ambitious hopes for the show's future. Marty Aldestein and Becky Clements for Tomorrow Studios revealed in an interview that they envision the series running for 12 seasons, citing the vast amount of source material available. While this is far from a formal confirmation, it highlights the creative team's long-term vision for adapting Eiichiro Oda's sprawling world. Showrunner Joe Trask has also addressed the 12-season plan, emphasizing that the team feels lucky to work on a series they genuinely care about. Trask joked about training the next generation of showrunners to continue the story, underscoring both the passion and realism behind the idea. He added that while they hope to tell all the arcs fans love, whether the show continues beyond the third season ultimately depends on viewer support and Netflix's commitment. The third season is already in production, though details about the potential fourth season remain unclear. Despite the uncertainty, the creative team remains enthusiastic, noting that series creator Eiichiro Oda has a clear vision for how the live-action adaptation could conclude. While reaching season 12 may be an optimistic goal, fans can look forward to more adventures as the Straw Hat Pirates continue their journey and Netflix gauges the show's long-term viability. Dwayne Johnson has officially confirmed that Jumanji 4 has wrapped production, bringing fans one step closer to the next chapter in the blockbuster franchise adventure. The highly anticipated sequel continues the modern reboot series that began with Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle and became a global hit. With filming now complete, the movie is moving into post-production, where visual effects and final edits will shape the film's larger-than-life adventure. The Jumanji franchise has proven to be a major success for Sony Pictures, with its previous installments combining action, comedy, and fantasy in a way that resonated with audiences worldwide. Dwayne Johnson is expected to return alongside familiar cast members, continuing the story of players trapped inside a dangerous game world. While plot details are still under wraps, fans can expect new challenges, bigger stakes, and fresh twists as the game evolves once again. With production now finished, excitement is building for an official trailer and release dates in the upcoming months. The Jumanji series has consistently delivered crowd-pleasing entertainment, and this fourth installment is expected to continue that trend. As anticipation grows, fans are eager to see how the story expands and whether it will be set up future installments in the franchise. Netflix has officially confirmed that Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2 will premiere on June 25th, marking the highly anticipated return of the live-action adaptation. Following the success of the first season, which introduced audiences to Aang, Katara, and Sokka's journey, the new season is expected to dive deeper into the story as the group continues its mission to restore balance to the world. Season 2 will adapt major elements from the original animated series, including Aang's training in earthbending and the introduction of key new characters. Fans are especially excited about the arrival of Toph, one of the most beloved characters in the Avatar universe. With a darker tone and higher stakes, the new season is set to expand the world further, bringing more intense action, emotional depth, and character development to the forefront. With its release date now locked, Netflix has expected to ramp up marketing with trailers and first-look footage in the upcoming months. The success of Season 2 will be crucial in determining the long-term future of the series, as the platform continues to invest in big fantasy franchises. For fans, June 25th marks the next big step in Aang's journey and a chance to see how faithfully the story evolves in live-action form. Production on the upcoming Tomb Raider series has reportedly been paused after Sophie Turner suffered an onset injury. The actress, who is set to play Lara Croft in the highly anticipated live-action adaptation, was injured during filming, forcing the production team to temporarily halt work. While the exact details of the incident have not been fully disclosed, sources suggest that the injury is not life-threatening and Turner is expected to recover. The Tomb Raider series has been one of the most talked about projects in development, with fans eager to see Sophie Turner take on the iconic role. Known for her performance in Game of Thrones, Turner's casting generated strong buzz, and the show aims to deliver a fresh modern take on Lara Croft's adventures. With high expectations surrounding the project, any delay could impact its production schedule and potential release timeline. For now, the focus remains on Turner's recovery, with producers prioritizing her health before resuming filming. Once production restarts, the series is expected to continue with its original version, bringing action, exploration, and survival elements to the screen. Fans will be watching closely for updates, as the delay adds another layer of anticipation to one of the most awaited gaming adaptations in development. Well, that's all for today's biggest entertainment updates, from Marvel surprises to blockbuster delays. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.